Hello, everyone. This is Tom, the Lone Wolf Prepper, and welcome to the Lone Wolf Prepper channel for my Sunday night live. Anyway, hi Carol, how you doing tonight? Um, do a little channel thing before we get into. We'll talk about anything you want. If it's from growing beans, green beans in your garden, to hunting one of these trophy bucks that are just running everywhere out here, or the world crisis, whatever you want to talk about. It's all up to the audience tonight. So, yeah, the channel's growing. Um, Obviously, YouTube doesn't like my shorts. Did I have a nice Thanksgiving? Yes, I had the day off. um, I enjoyed it tremendously. I caught up. Just like the reason we're having your topic Sunday night is because I worked all day again, sun up to sundown. So I got home and I didn't feel like making notes and stuff. And I mean, I didn't even have time to do any digging in, doing some research tonight. So anyway, I just thought we'd uh, just free go with anything sounds good tonight. That you guys make up the subject. But anyway, the channel's growing. YouTube, whatever. I realize I need to put more time into YouTube. I need to dress the channel up dramatically. The one thing is I put in a lot of hours. I don't have the time to put into YouTube like I want. Like I need to get better at my computer skills so I can do picture in picture. And I want to get anyway. I I was talking about where it's coming to the time where I gotta choose between being successful on YouTube and I think, or on social media, I'll say, and I think that it's possible now, even on YouTube, because everybody's feeling good, and YouTube is eventually going to figure out to make money, they're going to have to stop with these community guidelines and all this other stuff. I mean, they're going to have to ride the wave if they want to make money. And I just feel an opportunity knocking. And like I told my boss's daughter, I can reach more people on YouTube. I don't want to say affect lives, but make more of a difference. And it's not like I ain't going to have some side job that I'm going to do, but I need to start devoting 5 to 6 hours a day to YouTube. And anyway, so I'm on the process of making that happen, adjusting my life. And yeah, some things are going to change. But anyway, I just feel I can be success on this. I can't wait to be able to dress up my channel. I mean, so many things I want to do. I want to look professional instead of somebody who sits there and talks in the truck or talks in my little studio I have here and stuff. The other channels I'm bringing up, you know, my wildlife channel is growing. Now, where I'm going to be moving to, that ain't going to be quite as nice as it is here. I'll just say that. I mean, whoo, the bucks that are running around here, it's crazy. The trophies bucks are everywhere. I mean, everywhere. You can't drive 2 or 3 miles without seeing a couple of them with a harem of does around them. I don't know if it's because it's so dry that we're seeing them all and they're not hiding in the hills like they normally do. But I tell you one thing, they sure are busting a lot of fence. The elk and everything. The prepared Irishman. Hey, that's new. How's it going? Good evening. Yes, good evening. Thank you for being here. I'm Irish too. Yep, I am German and Irish. Irish on my dad's side, German on my mom's side. So, oh yeah. That's quite the combination. So I appreciate you being here, though. You can bring up whatever you want to talk about tonight in the chat, and we're going to talk about it. So you're Irish too, Carol? Or German and Irish too? Yep. Yeah, I tell you what, I got to see the history of the family and stuff, and it's quite incredible. I mean, I found out a lot. I'll just say that. A lot that I wasn't prepared to find out too. But anyway, getting back to the channel, okay? I want to make a go of it on YouTube so I can make more of a difference. All the best people are. Well, I like that. I don't know if you watch Westerns, but that Crossfire Trail, Tom Selleck and stuff, they got an Irishman, and they're sitting at the bar and takes a drink, gets whiskey in his little shot glass. He goes, God invented whiskey to keep the Irish from ruling the world. Oh yeah. So anyway, but I'm going to devote more time to my channel, and I'm going to get it more professional. And then when I, like my Hidden Truths channel, my paranormal channel that I'm starting up, I gotta go visit the Spencers. That's all I got to say, because that's I have two studios, one for my prepared channels and one for my paranormal. That one's got to be a completely, I need to get lava lamps. Yeah, I mean, okay, I'm gonna make it look good, whatever. But I can't wait to start that. I mean, I really get into the paranormal. I don't think human beings have even come close to understanding all the secrets of the universe or the secrets that are on this earth. Okay, they keep bringing up Antarctica and stuff, and that was one thing strange, wasn't it? When Joe Biden on the election, John Kerry went down to Antarctica. That was something strange. But I want to start a new channel up like that, because YouTube's already demonetized this channel. So, but if I can get the other channels, like say, I'm not in this to sell stuff or nothing like that. If I can make money on YouTube, let the advertisers pay for it. So, anyway, anybody got something they want to talk about? Anything from, like, say, growing green beans to hunting deer to World War III? Or do you just want me to sit there and go on for a while? Anyway, I got a long week ahead of me. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be like for Friday Night Live, but I got definitely a long week ahead of me. Hoof trimming a bunch of bulls, and now I'm seeing what they do to get all these bulls ready for the auction. So, anyway, and plus we're shorthanded, like every business is these days. So, what should we talk about? One thing we can talk about is spill it, Wolf. Well, I'll tell you what. This old man is getting sick and tired of working like a 25-year-old. What is your approach on preparedness in today's world events? Well, I'll tell you what, Irishman, after Trump won the election, I am a Marine. I was a Marine, Reagan Marine. The first 3 years I was in, Reagan was still in office. But, I thought that they were going to try to steal the election again, and I would be in a foxhole right now fighting for, I'll say, a constitutional war to reinstate the Constitution. I was so happy that we didn't have to do it. Now, being a lone wolf prepper, I'm prepared for everything. Okay. I live in an area that where I live right, the Ogallala aquifers right underneath me. Water literally squirts out of the ground. We got artesian wells here that we water our cattle and stuff with that never freeze no matter how cold they are, and they run constantly. We got deer, buffalo, the most cows in any county in the whole country. You'll never starve here. That's one reason I came here. I mean, I lived in Nebraska before, but then I went back up to Minnesota because I had my youngest daughter, still raising her. So I took her to her mom and close to her mom and her family up to Minnesota. And then after a couple of years, being up there for 4 years under Tim Walz, or was it 6 years? No, 4 years of Tim Walz. That's all I could handle. I mean, I tell you what, I was having nightmares, worse nightmares from being under Tim Walz's governorship in Minnesota than I was from my Marine Corps nightmares. And I'm not lying. I wouldn't be a good communist. That's just all there is to it. So I move out here, and if you watch Prepared Irishman, if you watch some of my shorts from way back, my bug out location, okay? And I got videos of the artesian wells and stuff, and I got video of the animals out here and stuff. And I mean, it's just, if we had a city of 20,000 people close to us, yeah, it'd be different out here. But, I live in an area where the closest village is 17 miles down a one-lane paved road. I'm currently in New York. You got it easy. I don't know if you're in New York City, but I came to New York. I had to go to New York City one time. I had to go pick up a sergeant from one of the airports up there. And that was enough for me. You sit there, and back then I came up, what was it, 95 through Richmond and then into DC. And this was back in the late 80s. And now from DC up to New York, it was just basically one big city. It never ended. Now I heard it's that way from Richmond to DC now. I can't imagine what it's like. But, to live, excuse me, pardon me. You got to be aware of your surroundings. Okay. And if you live in an area where it may not be safe and you got to bug out, people always say bugging out is the last resort. Well, you're a prepared Irishman. I mean, have you ever seen starving people? I have. And not video of them. I've been to Africa. I've seen starving children. Starving people are desperate. And people say don't bug out. I'd have caches. See, I'm more of, I got the horses and I'm prepared. The Indians never got conquered until they stopped moving. I plan on staying one step ahead of the cavalry, you might say. And I did a bug out bag video, and the purpose for my bug out bag is to get back where I live in my bug out location. Now, with my life changing a little bit, that's gonna where I live is gonna change a little bit, a few hours away, but it's still more isolated and stuff. And anyway, but like I say, I have to make a choice. And I just feel the right choice is to push YouTube, push my social media platforms, get more, just looking more professional to attract more viewers. And that's one thing. Now that Trump's in office, I don't have that weight of having to fight a war. Now, if they happen to get World War III started, I hope this all settles down. It's been a slow week about World War III, and long-range missiles and nuclear weapons to Ukraine and stuff. Let's hope it stays that way. There's parts that are okay, and unfortunately, politics does play a part. This is one thing I don't understand about politics. Okay, prepared. How much did your bug out bag weigh, or what do you have in it? I suppose it weighed about 22 pounds. Like I said, I got that on one of my videos, my bug out bag. But the thing is, since I've done the video, I'm going to repack the bag because I got some different type of foods and stuff, different type of food in it to use. But, you know, this is the thing about bug out bags, okay? Being a Marine, when you first start going to the field, your pack's just way over full. You take along a lot of stuff you don't need to take. Okay? And that's how I know how to pack a pack. Okay, they talk about first aid. And let me tell you something about a lone wolf. Or if stuff ever gets crazy. Okay, we don't have medical facilities to go to. If you have a sucking chest wound, you're going to die. If you need a tourniquet, you're going to die unless somebody there knows how to fix it. If you need it, you see, and this is the people, I got enough. I'm lucky I don't have to go to the doctor. I'm not unhealthy to begin with, and it seems like I can take a beat and keep on ticking. But, medical is one thing, and we all eventually got to do, if we get into that situation, you got to make your peace with God. But if SHTF hits, I'm already alert when I'm out, but I'm be paying attention to the danger is going to be the people out there. Okay, me walking across sand dunes that have grass on it, no, that's not the danger to get back here. But, you get shot. There's some things in life you can't control. And when it comes to that time, you need to make your peace with your maker. That's why it's best to try to be the best person you can be every day. So you get those little gold stars, and, you're not trying to make up for lost time. But, I am so glad Trump won. One thing, I was wanting to get into, these cabinet picks. I'm so tired in politics that when one side wins the presidency, the other side starts acting like the paradigm's true. Every bag is unique in its situation. I'm always interested in what people do in their bag and why. I'm also blown away how people never test their bags. Yeah, I mean, you need quality stuff. And one thing I never brought up weapons. This is the thing on my channel. I'm not going to ever show weapons or ammo or knives like that. I know enough not to give the powers that be any more information than they already have. Zip the lip can kind of save your life sometime. But every bag's different. Believe me, I got lots of comments on people saying I should do this, I should do that. Then watch another video of mine, see how I live. And you'll understand. I mean, the one is Survey Hill. I tell you what, Prepared Irishman, when you watch some of my shorts on about where I live, you ain't going to believe it. I mean, there is one person for about every 20 square miles here. One person for every 20 square miles. I am not kidding. Okay? This is the least populated part of the United States. I find it hard to believe because I would figure Utah, they're pretty desolate too. But then again, the last time I went down Interstate 80 through there was 1990, and it's probably grown a little bit since then. I've heard people throw away so many miles they will walk. They're in a rude awakening. I heard people throw how many miles yeah. Well, one thing about me, I got my horses. I mean, I can, when we were in the Marine Corps, I can do it now, not like that now, but we would sit there and take off at dark and go on a 26 forced march with our rifles and our packs fully loaded, 26 miles. And then when we went to cold weather training, we'd do that, start off in the morning on a forced uh, cross country ski march and do all your ambush training and stuff like that. Oh, yeah. Like I say, I can fight in anything from desert to the cold weather. They trained us in everything. It seems like you would probably bug in. Well, I'm a lot safer here. Did like I say, if you when you watch my bug out location, okay, you're gonna see why. Yeah, I just need to get home. Because the thing is, if somebody were there's nothing out here. I mean, there's no shelter for you. Any shelter that has somebody living in it that's got a lot of Second Amendment protecting it, and they're few and far between. I mean, and this ain't a place where you want to go walking around at night either. I mean, we do have mountain lions out here, and you get hungry. You get coyotes hungry enough. Okay, you got a pack of 15, 16 trying to chase down a cow and stuff after the rest of them are out eating their calf up and stuff. Oh, yeah. But, I'm a lone wolf. I go into what is a lone wolf? A lone wolf is somebody, it's a personality trait. It's not something you choose. If you like being around people or you need society, that type of interaction with human beings, you're not a lone wolf. Now, I was always ignored as a kid, did everything by myself, learned to enjoy being alone. It's not for everybody, but it's for me. I'm happier and a lot safer by myself. And if I was with a group of people, they'd probably be a lot happier if I was by myself. Okay. I don't have a problem saying I don't fit in. That's why it's kind of weird I'm on YouTube. But then again, I don't have a problem sitting in a group and talking to people. It's just, say, in the Marine Corps, I found out what people are really like. You know, I got Carol here. She's great. You know, she's a great subscriber. I got Impeach. He's not here tonight, but he's another person from North Carolina. Us older people. But I'm actually getting true friends that I don't even know on YouTube. You know, I guess that's the miracle of today's world with the electronic age, right? I used to watch my kids, my oldest daughter, when what was it, 2014, 13, 14. Compared to, I like developing a skill set where I don't need to count on anyone, but it's a good thing when you do need them. Yeah, see, that's one thing I've been doing. I my whole life I've been learning skills. When I was a kid, I was learning bushcrafting. I was out in the grove making forts, sleeping in my forts at night and stuff. Running through the woods. Had the garden when I was a kid and pick. Oh, my mom canned everything. We had big garden and stuff. Hunting, fishing. Just us brothers all hanging out in the grove at night around the fire, camping out just in the grove. I love bushcrafting. I tell you what, when I get permanent and I get to make my dugout, it's going to be one heck of a dugout. I tell you what, I've been watching some videos on them, and I mean, this one guy had manicured the whole front end. It looked great. It looked great. Anyway, I like doing that type of stuff. Keeps you busy and stuff. But If we were to lose electricity, it kind of, I sure I'd miss stuff at first, but I would adjust real quick. Nice thing about losing electricity too, if we all lost electricity, they couldn't start World War III because none of their weapons would work. Just a thought. Anyway, but we were talking about the cabinet picks for Trump, and now the Democrats are acting like the Republicans did when Biden. It's just back and forth all the time. How can you not? The Constitution is written pretty plain. Not in a way where, well, we can interpret it this way or we can interpret it that way. It's like the Bible. It's written in simple language for everybody to understand. How can we have two different views on the Supreme Court? The Supreme Court should only have one view, right? The Constitution. It's the rule book for the government that has to follow. And its whole purpose is to protect us from the government's tyranny, and it's supposed to protect us so we can pursue our happiness without being afraid of being invaded by our southern borders, that type of stuff. How do they interpret? I don't agree with all of them. Like you say, I don't even think we need some of the nominees because we don't need the IRS, the FBI, the ATF, the Department of Education, the Department of Agriculture, the Department of Interior, the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Commerce, the Department of Labor. We don't need none of that. Elon Musk, you want to start downsizing government? Well, first we get rid of the non-essential people that don't have to show up during snowstorms. And then you get rid of all these bureaucracies. Cut the cabinet in half. Get the government out of our life, like say Department of Labor. That does real good, right? Department of Labor, what did that cause? Between the Department of Labor and the Department of Health and Human Services, all we got is a bunch of people that feel better sitting on their butts. The prepared Irishman. I like to develop. Oh, chat disconnected. I don't know why it does that. I think YouTube's in here sometimes playing games. But I lost my train of thought now. Anyway, the difference in the old squabble. Okay, or we're talking about downsizing the government, getting it out of our lives. Department of Health, what was it? Housing and Urban Development. Tell me how that's helped the Black community, except put them all in the same building in the ghetto. Why do we have that? Anyway, but it's not happening. So I just don't. I don't want to have to get on here and start thinking Trump isn't downsizing and paying off the debt and stuff. He spends money like a drunken sailor again. No. Okay, but get rid of the IRS, definitely. Get rid of the FBI, definitely. Okay, get rid of the ATF. Yeah, we need an agency that regulates our Second Amendment. That sounds good. That needs to go too. All this stuff. And then the Department of Education. When the Department of Education took over in 1979, we were number one in the world for educating our children. Thank God I went to school then. Now we're 23rd. And like I say, that's by today's educational standards. Who you win? Who did we win our independence from? France. Yep. Learn a lot in school. Anyway, I'm not going to go very long tonight. I just want to come on, tell you why I wasn't here Friday. Worked. I got a busy week. Try to get shorts in. I'll be able to take some shorts as uh, pushing bowls, the group of bowls. But anyway, appreciate everybody being here tonight. I know I got to compete with Sunday night football. Hey, I tell you what, maybe if the NFL stops being woke and we actually start seeing people get hit, returns in the football like it used to be, then I can start watching it. Because my team Minnesota is 10-2 this year. But I refuse to watch woke stuff. Anyway, enjoy tonight's live. Thanks, Wolf. Yep. Next Friday hopefully I'll have some notes and stuff. Like I say, at least with where I'm working these bowls, I do have reception. So I'll get to be a fan for a week on YouTube. I'll get to sit down and catch up on all these videos I missed. I tell you what, being a creator, it takes away from being a fan because you spend so much time. I mean, I work all the time and I don't have reception where I go to because I listen to YouTube like the radio. I got my thing that Bluetooths to the radio, and I just because you can't get no good radio stations out here anyway. They're always fade. We only get one, and it fades in and out depending on if you're on a hill or valley. So I like listening to that, and I get to sit there and be a fan and catch up on stuff. Hopefully, I don't have to hear anything this week about long-range missiles or nuclear weapons. Where we can go back to where it was 2 weeks ago. I did that video on peace and prosperity. It's coming, okay? Just 2 weeks ago. And then JoJo wanders off into the Amazon and we're shooting our long range missiles into Russia. It's a brave new world, isn't it? Anyway, thank you for everybody being here. Hope everybody's enjoying my thoughts of the day a lot more than YouTube is. So, yep. Good night, Carol. We'll see you Friday night. This is Lone Wolf Prepper. Out.